An Arkansas state representative from Benton County is calling for a funding freeze in Fayetteville, all because of what he says is a sanctuary city policy violation. Cave Springs State Rep Kendon Underwood says he filed the formal complaint related to comments that Fayetteville Mayor Rawn made about the police not assisting ICE agents with civil immigration enforcement in the city. We spoke with Underwood earlier tonight about his concerns, telling us he believes the policy violates the state's sanctuary city law.
Our sanctuary city prohibition law clearly states that a city cannot have a policy that allows them to be a sanctuary city. And if you read that statute, it's pretty broad. It doesn't allow for informal policies by custom either. And so based off of her comments, it sounds like what she's saying is Fayetteville's going to be a sanctuary city. They're not going to comply with ICE or assist ICE in any way. And so to me, that seems to run afoul of state law.
You can find the full statement from Mayor Rawn about Fayetteville's policy on civil immigration enforcement on our website, 5newsonline.com. Happening today at the Arkansas State Capitol, the leading critic of plans to build that huge prison in Franklin County held a news conference, raising new questions about some of the projections made by construction planners. State Senator Brian King said the facility will end up costing far more than lawmakers and the governor have set aside.
The reality is, you are looking at, in 6 years, you might have 1,000 beds up there for $825 million. That's $825,000 per bed. That's just physically irresponsible.
In his news conference today, King also insisted that the Franklin County site will go over budget because of new sewage lines that would have to be built. About 1 in 4 Arkansas children face food insecurity these days, and for many of them, they do rely on school for guaranteed breakfast and lunch. But what about during the summer? Many area school districts offer summer feeding programs, but as 5 News reporter Claire Everbach shows us, one district is taking it a step further.
During the school year, the Greenland School District serves breakfast and lunch to children of all ages. Superintendent Dr. Andrea Martin says meal programs are also critical in the summer when students are not on campus.
When our kids aren't here every day, we worry. Are they getting the breakfast and the lunches that they need?
This summer, the school district is serving breakfast and lunch every weekday, and it's also distributing grocery items to families as part of the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Seamless Summer Operation. Martin says the impact has been immediate.
We're actually providing over 600 families right now.
Families with kids 18 and under can benefit from the program, whether or not they attend Greenland schools. They can pick up 4 to 5 days worth of groceries at a time at the Greenland High School cafeteria or Mikey's One Stop in Winslow.
We're also using different routes that we're distributing food to for people that have indicated they weren't able to come on site to do that.
The demand for that home delivery option is so high that they're at capacity. Martin says this is a team effort and fitting given their mascot.
All hands on deck. That's what pirates do, right?
With many students in the district qualifying for free and reduced lunch, Martin says meeting basic needs is necessary for success.
We know that kids can't learn if they're hungry, and we know that families sometimes have needs, and we want to remove those gaps and those barriers so that kids don't have those and that they're at their best on site.
And at the end of the day, she says it all comes back to the school's mission, supporting the whole child.
We try to do whatever it takes to make sure that our students are taken care of and our families are supported.
In Greenland, covering news where you live, Claire Everbach, 5 News.
That program, by the way, continues all the way through July. There are no income requirements for it. We do have a link to the sign up form inside this story on our website at 5newsonline.com. The Bentonville Film Festival happening this week, and a film screening today highlighted a local educator, Dr. John L. Colbert. He became the first African-American superintendent of the Fayetteville School District, and the new documentary about his life from filmmaker Mike Day premiered today. It's called Colbert, All Students Can Learn, and highlights the impact Dr. Colbert continues to have on the Fayetteville community and the important role educators play in children's lives.
Almost a year and a half into his retirement, he is still volunteering at Fayetteville Public Schools. He even like the cross guard for the students every day at John L. Coburn Middle School, and it's fitting. It just says a lot about his work. It's not about the accolades. It's just about what you can do for the generation that's coming behind you. And Dr. John L. Coburn is somebody that I look at as like a hero figure.
That Bentonville Film Festival, by the way, will continue through Saturday. We have everything you need to know on it on our website, 5newsonline.com. You can also text the letters BFF to 785-5000. We will send you back a message that will take you to that story on our website that has a full schedule of film screenings and panel discussions. Bass Pro Shop a step closer now to opening its new outpost in Fort Smith. The company officially got a building permit for the store today from the city. The company first confirmed plans back in February for the 70,000 square foot store at the site of the old Best Buy building at Rogers and 540. This will be the third Bass Pro Shop location in Arkansas, the others in Rogers and Little Rock. It is expected to be open sometime early next year. 50 years ago this summer, thousands of Vietnamese refugees were brought to America to start a new life after the fall of Saigon. Fort Chaffy was one of only a few places in the U.S. where refugees were housed. Well, this Friday night, the Fort Chaffy Historic District is hosting a very special reunion, bringing back those who started that new life there.
I have zero memory, or I have really no idea.
That's because Dat Nguyen was born not long after his family arrived at the base. Dat and his family spent 9 months after he was born at the base before moving to Texas. It was there that Dat began playing football, eventually attending Texas A&M, and then several years playing with the Dallas Cowboys.
I think all my life and all my career as a young football player, I knew I was against the odds, playing the game of football and competing at the highest level.
Dat will be one of the guest speakers at the event this Friday night at Fort Chaffee, and says being a part of that event means so much to him.
I'm just gonna sit back and just enjoy the moment and just listen to stories. I think that's the most important thing.
And it's those stories he's looking forward to the most.
We talked about this a few months ago with some of my uncles and my relatives, and they remember what barracks, what number, and they had a shuttle bus, had to go to the post office, all these stories about it. So, you have all this vision, how big and how massive it is, because that's all they knew.
He says all these years later, all those who were born at the base share one thing in common.
All the kids that were born at Fort Chaffee, a little bit more than 300 of them, all have the social security number of a 586 starting. So all of us have the 586, so that's kind of special.
Tickets, by the way, are still available for that event Friday night, and we have a link to get those tickets on our website at 5newsonline.com.